In this video, you're going to understand how an ordinary person can start escaping poverty in 6 months. Not by magic, not by luck, but by changing habits, decisions, and the way they use their own money. So let's go straight to the first step. Step 1. Take responsibility for your financial life. The first step to escaping poverty is to stop waiting for life to change on its own. Many people spend years saying, when I earn more, I'll start. When things get better, I'll organize my life. When an opportunity appears, I'll change. But the problem is that while the person waits, the same habits continue. The salary comes in and disappears. The debts keep growing. Impulse purchases keep happening. The lack of planning keeps repeating. Taking responsibility doesn't mean pretending life is easy. There are people who genuinely earn little, pay high rent, have heavy bills, and live with difficulty. But there's a difference between recognizing the difficulty and handing your financial life over to it. Whoever takes responsibility starts saying, maybe I don't control everything, but I control some decisions. You control whether you're going to track your spending. You control whether you're going to study about money. You control whether you're going to buy on impulse or think first. You control whether you're going to keep repeating the same mistakes or start a new plan. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, a person only starts to escape the rat race when they realize the problem isn't just working more, but learning to make better use of the money that already passes through their hands. Because money without direction disappears fast. One person can earn little and start building a foundation. Another can earn a lot and stay broke if they keep spending everything, taking on debt, and buying things that only take money out of their pocket. That's why the first step is to look at your reality without running from it. How much do you earn? How much do you spend? How much do you owe? How much is left at the end of the month? And most importantly, what are your habits doing to your future? That question might be uncomfortable, but it can also set you free. Because when you stop blaming only your salary, you start seeing what you can change now. Maybe you'll discover you're spending too much to look good. Maybe you'll notice you buy things without thinking. Maybe you'll see you never set aside money for the future. Maybe you'll understand you need to study more about finance, business, and investments. That's the beginning of change. It's not shameful to recognize that you made mistakes with money. It would be shameful to keep making them knowing you need to change. So the first step is this. Take control. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for money to be left over without planning. Stop treating your salary as something that just comes in and goes out. Starting today, look at your money as a tool. A tool to organize your life, a tool to eliminate debt, a tool to buy assets, a tool to build freedom, because poverty starts losing its grip the day you stop acting like a victim of money and start acting like the manager of your own financial life. Before the second step, I want to make you an invitation. If you want to change your financial life, change your surroundings too. Walk alongside people who think about growing, investing, starting businesses, and building wealth. So, become a member of the channel. You'll be part of a community focused on prosperity, discipline, and financial freedom. And everyone who becomes a member will receive a free ebook to start organizing their financial life better. Click Become a Member and start walking with people who share your goal. Step 2. Increase your financial intelligence. After taking responsibility for your financial life, the next step is to learn how money really works. Because many people work hard, receive a salary every month, pay bills, buy a few things, and believe that's what financial life is. But money isn't just earning and spending. Money involves decisions. You need to understand how salary comes in, how it goes out, how debts grow, how interest works, how taxes affect your income, how investments build wealth, and how assets can put money in your pocket. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, financial intelligence is one of the biggest differences between those who stay stuck in the rat race and those who start building freedom. Because a person without financial intelligence can earn more and still stay poor. But a person who learns about money starts making better choices even before earning a lot. They understand that not all money that comes in should be consumed. They understand that debt needs to be analyzed. They understand that assets matter more than appearances. They understand that knowledge can open new sources of income. They understand that a salary needs to be used as a tool, not just as a reward. So the second step is to study money every day. Read books, watch classes, take courses, join communities, learn about budgeting, investments, business, sales, extra income, taxes, compound interest, and building wealth. You don't need to study all day. Start with 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day may seem like little, but in 6 months, it can completely change the way you think. You start seeing opportunities you didn't see before. You start noticing mistakes that used to seem normal. You start making decisions with more calm and less impulse, because money in the hands of an unprepared mind disappears, but money in the hands of an educated mind can become wealth. So the second step is this: increase your financial intelligence. Before looking for more money, learn to take better care of the money that already passes through your hands, because when your mind grows, your decisions change. And when your decisions change, your financial life starts to change too. Step 3. Develop a skill that increases your income. After increasing your financial intelligence, the next step is to turn knowledge into the ability to earn more. Because there's a simple truth. Whoever wants to change their life can't rely only on their current salary forever. If your salary is still low, the solution isn't just to complain about it. The solution is to become a more valuable person in the market. The more value you deliver, the more opportunities you can attract. It could be learning sales. It could be learning communication. It could be learning video editing. It could be learning digital marketing. It could be learning leadership. It could be learning customer service, programming, design, management, negotiation, or any skill that solves real problems. Money tends to follow whoever solves problems. If you know how to solve a problem other people have, you can be better paid for it. You can get a promotion, a better job, side clients, extra income, or even start a small business. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, financial education isn't just learning to save money. It's learning to increase your capacity to generate money. Because when your mind grows, your income can grow too. But that requires discipline. Over the next 6 months, choose one skill and study it every day. Don't try to learn 10 things at once. Choose one area, practice, improve, and apply. 30 minutes a day can already put you ahead of many people who spend years repeating the same routine without learning anything new. The third step is this: become more valuable. Learn a skill that can increase your income, open doors, and create new opportunities. Because whoever doesn't develop new skills stays stuck with the same salary. But whoever learns, practices, and applies starts creating paths that didn't exist before. Step 4. Turn your skill into a new source of income. After developing a skill that increases your value, the next step is to use that skill to create a new source of income. Because learning is important, but applying is what changes your life. Many people study, watch videos, read books, take courses, take notes, but never put anything into practice. And knowledge that's never applied just becomes information sitting still. If you learned sales, look for something to sell. If you learned editing, offer editing to someone. If you learned design, create graphics for small businesses. If you learned spreadsheets, help people or companies get organized. If you learned communication, use it to serve better, negotiate better, or sell better. The goal is simple: turn skill into income. At first, maybe you'll earn little. Maybe you'll only get a small job. Maybe you'll do something simple after work or on weekends. But that's how many changes begin. A new source of income isn't born big. It's born small, almost invisible, but it grows when you keep going. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, depending on only one income leaves a person vulnerable. If your salary is your only source, any problem at work can shake your entire financial life. But when you create a second source, even a small one, your mind changes. You realize you don't depend on just one paycheck. You realize your skills have value. You realize you can build paths beyond employment, and that brings confidence. The fourth step is this: choose a skill and turn that skill into money. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to know everything. Start by offering something simple, solving a real problem, and improving with practice. Because whoever waits for confidence never starts. But whoever starts learns along the way. And over the next 6 months, a small extra income can become the first sign that your financial life is moving out of the same place. Step 5. Use your extra income to build your financial foundation. After turning a skill into a new source of income, the next step is to use that money wisely. Because earning more doesn't change anyone's life if the person just increases their spending. This is a very common mistake. The person starts earning extra income and soon thinks about changing phones, buying more things, going out more, taking on new installment payments, or proving to others that they're doing better. But if every new dollar becomes a new expense, nothing really changes. Income went up, but freedom stayed just as far away. That's why, when a new source of income starts coming in, even if it's small, it needs a mission. Use that money to strengthen your financial life. Part of it can go to your emergency fund. Part of it can help pay off debt. Part of it can be used to study more. Part of it can be directed toward investments. Part of it can help you build something bigger in the future. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, money needs to work for you, not just pass through your hands. And extra income is a great opportunity for that, because if you already live off your main salary, the money that comes in from outside can accelerate your change. It can be the fuel that was missing to get out of the squeeze, create security, and start building wealth. The fifth step is this: don't waste your extra income trying to look good. Use that money to actually be well off. Because when you give your extra income a mission, it stops being just more money coming in. It turns into a tool to change your future. Step 6. Build a reserve to protect your progress. After using your extra income to strengthen your financial foundation, the next step is to create protection. Because there's no point starting to change your life and, at the first unexpected event, going right back to the same place. An emergency can happen to anyone. A car problem, a medical expense, an unexpected bill, a temporary loss of income, an urgent home repair. When a person has no reserve at all, any surprise turns into desperation. And often that desperation leads to loans, credit cards, installment payments, and new debt. That's why the reserve is like a shield. It doesn't exist to make you rich quickly. It exists to keep a problem from destroying everything you've started building. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, whoever wants to escape the rat race needs to protect their own cash flow. Because if every unexpected event sends you back into debt, your financial life never truly moves forward. Start small. Don't think you need to save a large amount all at once. First, try to form a small protection, then increase it little by little. What matters is building the habit of setting money aside for security before the emergency shows up. The reserve brings calm. And when you have calm, you make better decisions. You don't accept just any loan. You don't sell something important out of desperation. You don't depend on immediate help. You don't wreck your plan because of a surprise. The sixth step is this: build a reserve to protect your journey, because whoever has no reserve lives reacting to problems, but whoever creates protection starts walking with more security. more clarity, and more control over their own future. Step 7. Put your money to work for you. After building a reserve to protect your progress, the next step is to start making your money work for you. Because saving money is important, having security is important, creating extra income is important. But if you really want to escape poverty, you need to learn to turn part of your money into something that can grow over time. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, the difference between those who stay stuck and those who build freedom lies in assets. Assets are things that can put money in your pocket or increase your wealth over time. It could be a well-researched investment. It could be a small business. It could be a property that generates income. It could be a digital product. It could be a stake in something that produces value. What matters is understanding that money shouldn't just serve to pay bills and satisfy immediate wants. It also needs to build the future. Many people work, get paid, and consume everything. Then they work again, get paid again, and consume again. This cycle keeps the person always depending on the next paycheck. But when you start setting aside a portion to invest, even if it's little, something changes. You stop using all your money just to survive and start using part of it to build freedom. At first, it might seem slow. The amount might be small. You might think it doesn't make a difference, but every fortune starts small. What matters is building the habit of buying something that works for you instead of spending everything on things that only take money away. Study before investing. Understand the risks. Don't follow quick promises. Don't put money into something just because someone said it pays off. Invest with calm, awareness, and a long-term view. The 7th step is this. After creating your protection, start building assets. Give your money a bigger purpose than just passing through your account. Because whoever uses all their money for consumption stays stuck in the present. But whoever starts turning money into assets starts building a future with more freedom, security, and choices. Step 8. Follow the plan for 6 months with discipline. After taking responsibility, increasing your financial intelligence, developing skills, creating a new source of income, using that money with direction, building a reserve, and starting to put your money to work for you, comes the final step. Sticking to the plan for 6 months, because changing your financial life doesn't happen in a day. Most people start excited, do something for a week, improve a little, then go back to the same habits. And when they go back to the same habits, they go back to the same results too. That's why the secret isn't just starting. The secret is continuing. For 6 months, you need to treat your financial life as a serious project, not as a passing idea, not as a weekend burst of enthusiasm, not as a promise made after watching a motivational video. A project. Every month, you look at your income. Every month, you set money aside for your foundation. Every month, you study a little more. Every month, you work on a skill. Every month, you try to strengthen a new source of income. Every month, you protect your reserve. Every month, you learn to direct money toward assets. In the first month, the change might seem small. In the second month, you start understanding your numbers better. In the third month, your mind no longer thinks the same way. In the fourth month, some old decisions start losing their power. In the fifth month, you realize you have more control than you thought. And by the 6th month, maybe you're not rich yet, but you're no longer the same person you were before. This is the truth many people need to hear. 6 months isn't a promise of quick wealth. 6 months is a period to change your mindset, organize your life, improve your skills, and build momentum. And momentum changes destiny. According to Robert Kiyosaki's principles, whoever wants to escape the rat race needs to stop living only for the next paycheck. They need to learn, apply, build assets, and repeat smart decisions with patience. Because wealth isn't just an event, it's a repeated behavior. A good decision today seems small, A good decision repeated for 6 months starts creating a new direction. A good decision repeated for years can completely transform a life. So the 8th step is this. Choose your plan and stick with it. Don't change strategy every week. Don't give up because the beginning seems slow. Don't compare your journey to other people's. Don't wait for motivation every day. Do it even on ordinary days. Do it when you're excited. Do it when you're tired. Do it when no one's watching. Do it when it seems like too little. Because that's what discipline is. Continuing to do the right thing before you see big results. Now, the final message is simple. Poverty starts losing its grip when you change your behavior. Stop waiting for life to get better on its own. Increase your financial intelligence, develop valuable skills, create a new source of income. Use that income with direction. Build a reserve, put your money to work, and follow the plan for 6 months with discipline. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about no longer living on autopilot. It's about no longer treating your salary as just survival money and starting to treat it as a building tool. It's about understanding that your financial life changes when your decisions change. So after this video, don't just leave motivated. Leave with an attitude. Write down what you're going to do over the next 6 months. Choose a skill to study. Define a source of income that can start small. Set aside money for your foundation. Start learning about assets and track your progress every month, because whoever has no plan lives reacting. But whoever has a plan starts driving their own life. And if this message spoke to you, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who also needs to break out of financial autopilot. And write in the comments, I'm going to follow the plan for 6 months. Make that sentence a commitment to your future, because 6 months of discipline may not solve everything, but they can put you on a completely different path. And when you change the path, you change the destination too.